Trump has freezes EV infrastructure funds. This was an interesting one because I think I missed this yesterday with all the commotion of Trump signing all these different executive orders. He actually froze charging infrastructure funds. So I'm not an expert on this at all, but certainly does this mean that he can use that same type of executive order to freeze electric vehicle funds and everything? But if you don't know what this is, so there was a infrastructure bill or whatever it is to try and get chargers all over the US, of course. I don't know, like billions of dollars or whatever it is. I mean, you could certainly do more research, and here's a little bit of what it could be. White House says CCS connectors still required for federal EV charging station funding. And I think when I read about this, or I didn't really take a look at it, but certainly Tesla was going to get some of the funds, but then they didn't, or whatever it is. I don't know exactly what happened with it, but Trump signed an executive order yesterday that froze some of that infrastructure rollout funds. And so maybe he does have more power, or maybe it's not contested yet, or whatever. I mean, certainly at this moment, none of the 196 executive orders signed by Trump yesterday target the 7,500 federal EV tax credit. There's a lot you can read into it, but it's still there. And as we still see it, it's still posted on the fueleconomy.gov website that's in collaboration source with the IRS. And so certainly it's still around at this moment, but that's not to say that this could be contested or whatever it may be in the near future. And so certainly if you're trying to lock in that 7,500, it might be worth it. But at the same time, I feel like even if it does kill it, there'll still be some sort of rollout. It's not going to end immediately, especially for the consumer. And so certainly we'll see some sort of phase out or rollout for the 7,500 federal tax rate. And hopefully we get some sort of overlap in which the 7,500 is still there. Juniper still stays delivery, and people can stack on with both of those and get the vehicle that they want at a nice discount as well. But maybe that gives us an insight, because we discovered earlier today that maybe some of these Cybertrucks, if it's a 2025 model, even though it is on the fueleconomy.gov website, it's 7,500. I've been hearing reports that Tesla is not doing it point of sale at all. So maybe they've got some information to figure out that they don't want to set that up for whatever it may be, because they want people to get that 7,500 when they file for the taxes later on instead. So pretty confusing for sure, but very interesting to see. And we just have to wait and see. And maybe on the earnings call next week on January 29th, that will be a question that will be posed. And maybe Elon will have some more insight because he's so close to all of this at the current moment. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. What do you think is going to happen with the 7,500 federal tax credit?